Olympique Marseille have part ways with manager Roberto De Zerbi. Yes, the Italian has left the club with immediate effect following their humiliating defeat at the hands of PSG over the weekend, in which they lost by 5 goals to 0. Ousmane Dembele with the burst in that one, Kivicha Kvaratskhelia, Lee Kang-in, as well as an own goal from Medina were enough to see PSG close to a 5-0 victory against Olympique Marseille in what was an embarrassing defeat for the French giants. I mean, Olympique Marseille did not compete in that game. And now we've known for quite some time that there was a dark cloud hovering over Roberto De Zerbi's future at Olympique Marseille ever since their premature exit from the UEFA Champions League. For those of you that can't remember, they did lose their last 2 games of the UEFA Champions League to losing to Liverpool by 3 goals to 0 on match day 7 and lost to Club Brugge by 3 goals to 0 on match day 8. Now, despite losing those 2 games, they thought they had qualified for the playoffs there because Benfica was still out of it. And until the last kick of the game, when the Benfica goalkeeper, I think Tribute or Trubet, something like that, I forget the pronunciation of his name, goes on and scores, and then Benfica win against Real Madrid by 4 goals to 2, which meant they had a better goal difference in comparison to Olympique Marseille. So Olympique Marseille, who thought had finished 24th on the standings of the UEFA Champions League table, with that goal for Benfica, meant that Olympique Marseille slipped to 25th and Benfica moved to 24th, and that's how they crashed out of the UEFA Champions League. In the aftermath of crashing out of the UEFA Champions League, the world thought that Roberto De Zerbi was parting ways with Olympique Marseille. In fact, according to internal reports, he had tendered in his resignation, but conversations went on, and he ended up staying. Now, fast forward, ever since that moment, he's had that, sort of, it has always had that feel that eventually, somehow, somewhere, he could be destined for an exit. We're talking about a manager who was a target for Tottenham Hotspur before they appointed Thomas Frank as their manager. He's been shortlisted with Man United in their search for a new manager. He's been considered by Manchester City as a possible replacement for Pep Guardiola when he eventually leaves. The Italian manager is a good coach. He's just not won much as of yet. So other results, like the 2-2 draw against Paris FC, had not sent the proper message to his bosses that perhaps he was ready to steady the ship, despite wins against Stade Rennes in the French Cup, and also against RC Lens in the French League One. That was a 3-1 victory. So you always felt that time was going to catch up with him if results did not change for the better quite